It's getting late and time for bed. We're going to read this story called Bedtime for Peppa. And look, Daddy Pig is reading Peppa and George a bedtime story. Peppa and George go outside to play one last game before bedtime. "Look, George," cries Peppa, "lots of muddy puddles." Peppa and George like jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Hee hee hee, splash! "Peppa, George," calls Daddy Pig, "bath time." Peppa and George run home in their muddy boots. Squish, squash! "We found the biggest muddy puddle in the world," cries Peppa. "Are you and George feeling sleepy?" asks Daddy Pig. "No, Daddy," says Peppa, "we are not even a tiny bit sleepy." Before bedtime, Peppa and George take their bath. Peppa likes splashing. George likes splashing too. Splish, splash, and the bubbles go pop. "Ho, ho! That's enough splashing," says Daddy Pig. "Let's get you into your pajamas." "Oh, can't we stay in the bath a little bit longer?" Peppa asks. "Bath time is over," says Daddy Pig. Before going to bed, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Brush, brush, brush. "Okay, that's enough brushing," says Mummy Pig. "Oh, but I think our teeth need a little bit more cleaning," says Peppa. Snort. "When you're in bed, Daddy Pig will read you a story," Mummy tells them. Peppa and George like stories. They hurry into their beds. When Peppa goes to bed, she always has her teddy tucked in with her. When George goes to bed, he always has Mr. Dinosaur tucked in with him. "Are you feeling sleepy now?" Daddy Pig asks. "No, Daddy," Peppa says. "We need lots and lots of stories." "Daddy will read you one story," says Mummy Pig. "Which story would you like?" "The Red Monkey Book, please," says Peppa. Peppa and George like the Red Monkey Book. So Daddy Pig reads the story of the red monkey. Once upon a time, there was a red monkey. He had all sorts of adventures. After every adventure, the red monkey would take a bath, brush his teeth, and go to sleep. When Daddy Pig finishes the story, Peppa and George are fast asleep. Look how cozy and warm Peppa and George look. I think they're having nice, sweet dreams. Good night, Peppa. Sweet dreams. And that's the end of our read-along story today. Look, there are some stickers at the end of the book that show about what Peppa and George do before bed. They have a nice bath. Then they both brush their teeth all sparkly clean. Then they read a story with Daddy Pig. Today they read one about a red monkey. And then they get their stuffies for bed. Peppa has a teddy and George has his dinosaur. Then they get into their beds, close their eyes, and go to sleep. I hope this book helps you go to sleep too. And I hope you'll join me next time for another read-along bedtime story. Until then, I hope you have sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time. Bye!